Hi there, my name is Layla Khan. Thank you so much for coming through to this video. So, this video is where I will be sharing with you my meditation technique. And this is a meditation technique which came to me intuitively about 5 or 6 years ago. And I call it the miracle, so gratitude and miracles meditation, because as I started to use this meditation on a daily basis over a long period of time, incredible things started to happen. And before I get to that, really I wanted to share with you at the beginning, that I was going through a really, really hard time, and there was just life looked like it was a bit of a mess. My life looked like it was a bit of a mess, and I was working 70, 80 hours a week. I was literally just taking a Saturday morning off to go to a spa and find some sort of relaxation time. I was going through a divorce, I was going through a really difficult family kind of estrangement, which was really, really hard, and it's now healed, thankfully, miraculously as well, actually. And there were just loads and loads of other things, that just weren't going great. And I knew that there was more for me. I knew that I could be happy, and I'd got to that point where I was like, right, I need to just surrender. I need to listen to my heart and stay committed to listening to my heart. And this meditation came to me, like I said, intuitively. I was taking a lot of time to just reflect when I could find that time to just be on my own and just sit and reflect. And I found myself um, saying thank you. I found myself connecting to my breath. I found myself connecting to my heartbeat. And I started to say thank you for all of my pain, for all the suffering, for all the grief, for the loneliness, for the depression, for the sadness, for the disappointments, for grief, for all of those hard emotions that so many of us find incredibly difficult to even acknowledge, because we're not necessarily taught to acknowledge our feelings and our emotions, in day-to-day life. And over time, I found this meditation to be one of the most incredible things, one of the most incredible gifts that I could give to myself. And I meditate near daily using this technique, and now I teach this technique as well to other people, which is such a pleasure because it really has transformed my life. And my intention with sharing this with you is that it changes your life as well, and that you are able to hear your heart, listen to your heart, heal the pains, and discover those places in you, those parts of you where you are truly inspired to be the absolute best person that you can be, where you find compassion, kindness, integrity, joy and bliss, prosperity and abundance, and all these things that we are innately looking for. So, what I wanted to do was to give you an introduction to the meditation. We'll meditate together for 5 minutes as well, and you can always come back to this video as and when you feel that you need to. And I'll share a number of, there's 3 parts to this technique, and we'll do the first 2 parts, and we'll take it from there. So this is how to do the meditation. Okay, so sit comfortably. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit on a chair, whatever's right for you. And this is what really this is about, whatever's right for you. And you're going to, so I'll run through it. So in a moment, but not yet, you'll go into this meditation. And to start off with, what you're going to do is you're going to take 3 deep breaths in and out. And you'll take a moment to hear your heartbeat, or your pulse, and if it feels right for you, you can put your fingers on your wrist to feel your pulse. And if the heartbeat is too much for you, then follow your breath. So as you start to just settle down and you take a deep breath in and deep breath out, you do this 3 times. And if it feels right for you to put your fingers on your pulse, then please do so, or on your neck. And as you take your breaths in and out, start to say thank you on your heartbeat if you can feel it, or your breath. And we'll sit and meditate. So I'll just get my timer out on my phone. So we'll go for 5 minutes and we'll meditate together. And on your heartbeat, it's just saying thank you for everything and anything that you feel to say thank you for. Your partner, your friends, your family, your work, yourself. So, so important. Ah, that was so relaxing. Okay, so that was 5 minutes there. And like I said, there are 3 parts to this meditation. That was the first part. So the second part is using these kind of beads. They're often called mala beads. I call them gratitude beads, and I do make my own as well. Um, if you haven't got beads, don't worry. Okay, so I'm going to give you a technique in a moment, or a strategy. On these beads, what you're going to do is to say thank you on each one, and you're going to go around. So I say thank you for, actually before I tell you that, so if you haven't got any beads, use these little bits of your fingers. So my mum gave me this technique to help me with my maths when I was little, to count. So you can use your fingers to just go through each of these little parts, parts of our fingers, and you can choose to go to do like 2 or 3 rounds on both hands. And what you're going to do is you're going to say thank you, and this is the part where I encourage you to really say thank you for yourself. So that first part, you can say thank you to different people, or to love, to happiness, to joy, to grief. Thank you to fear. Thank you to those things, that come up for us. And this is the part where you say thank you for yourself, for family, and so on. So I'll tell you, I usually say thank you heart, thank you soul, thank you spirit, thank you God, thank you angels, and thank you Layla. So I say thank you to myself, and I believe in God, and I believe in angels after everything that I've been through in life. So I go around and I just repeat that. Do what feels right for you. Okay, so either use your fingers or use the beads and go all the way around, and use this time to really tap into a bigger picture. We'll go around it quickly now, actually. So we'll just get started. We'll close our eyes and we'll just say thank you. Okay, so that's the second part done. And the third and the final part is my personal power list part, and this is where you write down statements on a piece of paper. So you do this as a third part after every time that you meditate, and you write down your heart's desires. You write down those things which you want, and you write them down by hand and in the present tense. So, for example, it might be that you want to be fit and healthy, and so you write, I am fit and healthy, and I feel great, or I feel full of energy. I am prosperous and I feel grateful. I am loved and I feel content, for example. So what you'll do, you'll write these 10 or so statements, it might be more, on a piece of paper. Every day, repeat the same statements if you feel that that's best, and that, I would encourage that definitely. And you keep this piece of paper with you either in a wallet or in a pocket, and you keep it with you during the day. And you give this piece of paper, which has your deepest heart's desires that only you know, and you allow those experiences to come to you. My challenge to you is to do this for 90 days and to observe and notice what miracles come your way. I would love to hear about how this meditation has positively affected you. And you have my details across different social media platforms. My email is info@lifeistodayacademy.com. I would love to hear how you found it, and thank you so much for your time, and I wish you all the very best, and hopefully maybe one day we'll meet. Take care, and I'll speak to you really soon.